Have you ever been at a crossroads in your life where you realize in the next 10 years your family would not be in the same position they are today if you kept doing the same thing? Have you ever been stuck at your job where you're like, man, I'm just going 9 to 5 and just like constantly repeating itself over and over again? Has the corporate world ever told you how much you're worth and you felt like you were worth something different? In June of 2024, I decided to do something different that would ultimately change my family's life for the future. I'm going to do this series tonight to talk about why I chose insurance to help you hopefully understand to take the next step in your life. Welcome to part one of why I chose insurance. I'm sure like a lot of you guys grew up wanting to be an insurance agent. Yeah, I'm sure none of you. Okay, I didn't grow up wanting to be an insurance agent. I grew up wanting something great for my life. I grew up wanting something that would change the world. Yeah, I wanted to have impact on people, but I never thought insurance. There's no way. I wanted to be a professional basketball player. You guys saw in the previous video right before the video started that I played basketball. I played professionally. I played all across the world. I played in Canada. I played in China. I played in Mexico. I played here in the U.S. I never played in the NBA, but I wanted to be able to impact people with my voice, with what I did on the court, right? But I didn't think that insurance would be the place that I would impact people. So let's kind of go back. So I want all of you guys this. I want you guys to write this down if you're taking some notes on why you're doing or why you're thinking about making a career change, right? A lot of you have no idea what insurance looks like. You have no idea what the career of insurance possibly brings. And I didn't know either roughly 2 years ago in June of 2024 when I decided to take my leap into insurance. So I'm going to break down exactly why I chose it, why I decided to do it, and what brought me to the decision. And I want all of you guys, as I tear this first episode tonight, I'm going to go through exactly why and what led me here. Okay, so I'm going to break down my story, and I want those of you guys that are with me that are going through something in your life as well, I want you to relate and comment below for me and share what you're going through, and then I can at least give you guys advice to help you understand what to do next in your career. Okay? Here's why I chose to do insurance. In March of 2024, my daughter was in the hospital. Right? She was waiting for a heart transplant. Now, we had no idea, okay, that we would be in the hospital that long. My daughter was born with something called hypoplastic left heart syndrome. Her heart ultimately failed roughly in 2023. And then we were in the hospital roughly almost 300 days from 2023 to 2024 waiting for her heart. Thankfully, in March of 2024, she received her heart. So for those of you guys, put a 1 in the chat for me that you've been in the hospital. I want to know those people that have been in the hospital because I know the people that have gone through something like that, especially been in the hospital for a long time, that have had to pay for their food because the food in the hospital is so bad, that have zero privacy, that don't sleep on any beds, that essentially sleep on a couch, that have their life is miserable. They can't go outside. They can't walk around. They can't get exercise. Like you feel like you're in a jail cell. And throughout those times, as you can imagine, DoorDash after DoorDash after DoorDash, your bank account starts going down. So thankfully, playing professional basketball and running my own business and basketball business, I developed a decent bank account to where I left a little bit of a cushion for my family while in the hospital. So I had to sell my business in Virginia, stop playing basketball, and completely move down to Houston, Texas, which is where we're located now. And I realized that my family's bank account was lowering, and all that hard work I did for 10 years to take care of my family was completely going down the drain because we were taking care of our daughter. That was the most important. And I knew that when we got out of the hospital, thankfully we got out in April of 2024, that I knew I had to give my family something different. I was currently doing commercial roofing and selling commercial roofs, and I sold $5 million worth of roofs and only make 50 grand. That wasn't good enough for me. I wasn't setting my family up for success. Sure, I was making a base salary of 100K, but that wasn't good enough, right? Only 150, 180 grand isn't even enough nowadays in the economy. Like, we need more, right? So I realized, hey, I got to give my family more. So I started looking in private equity. I started looking door to door. I started looking maybe in solar. I started looking, could I pick up another job? But that would mean more time away from my family. And we just got out of the hospital. So I wanted to find something that I could do at home with my family, being able to see my daughter, being able to see her grow up, being able to make money from home with my family. So I wanted to try something that I knew would change the course of my career. So I was hesitant on insurance because, I don't know, no one likes to do insurance. No one likes to do it. I mean, anytime you get called by some insurance company, you're usually kind of getting hung up on the phone, right? That's kind of what we think of insurance agents. We also thought a while back that insurance agents had to go door to door. So I actually got approached to do insurance a while back, but it had to be door to door. Like I couldn't do it virtually. I couldn't make calls. I couldn't buy leads. I couldn't do any of that stuff because it had to be door to door. And I wasn't trying to go away from my family. Even though the money I heard was great, I wasn't trying to do that, right? So I wanted to find something that I could be at home with my family. And thankfully, after COVID happened, now we do everything virtually. So if someone told me that, I'm like, man, okay, so I can literally sit at home and all I have to do is make phone calls. That's it. All I have to do is make phone calls to do insurance. And like, yeah, that's all you have to do. So why doesn't everyone do this? So I realized the reason why everyone doesn't do this is this. They don't understand it's a business. They aren't willing to invest. And they aren't coachable and they aren't hardworking. And if you break down those four things, how many people in the world are actually entrepreneurs? Well, there's probably only 20%, maybe even 10%, less than that. How many people from that are millionaires? 1% of 7 billion, 8 billion people? There's no way, right? So I realized, okay, that kind of makes sense. If you guys look it up online, and you guys will see the statistics up there, the most millionaires in America or in the world are built off of financial services. They're built off of financial services. So why doesn't everyone do that? So if you're looking out there trying to go make $1 million, I realized then when I looked that statistic up online that if all I did was just go be great in insurance, then I could set my family up differently. And that's exactly what I did. I got approached with the opportunity to do insurance. And the key thing that I said, I have my commission statement right here. The key thing I said was there was a guy out there that he showed me his commission statement of what he made in a week in insurance. And I was like, dude, that's not true. Show me a bank statement. I need to see something real. I need to see a company like Mutual of Omaha or America or Foresters, SPL, whatever, those companies out there like that. I needed to see if the money in insurance was real. Sure enough, it was. So he showed me his pay stub, and straight from there, I jumped and got my license in 3 days. And here's why I got my license in 3 days. Number one, do not do anything that you're not willing to jump in full force with. If you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, guess what? Your bank account's going to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Ain't ever going to change, right? So I realized if I jump full force, cannonballed in, that I was going to be great at this thing. So there's number one. Number two, I jumped into insurance. And one of the reasons I jumped in was because I could build a generational wealth piece for my daughter. I don't know how long she's going to live. I don't know how long she's going to be alive, but I want to give her something that where her income is going to be safe one day just by having this agency. So I did that. So I grew that. I wanted to be in insurance because of the agency, of what I could give her for her future. I wanted to have the ability, here's number three, I wanted to have the ability to build uncapped income. I wanted to be able to, I didn't want someone to tell me that I am worth $60,000. I didn't want someone to tell me that I'm worth $80,000. I wanted to prove what I'm worth from a 1099 check. And since that point, I've definitely proved what I'm worth. It's a lot more than $60,000. It definitely is. So those three reasons there, right? I wanted to give my daughter something that will last her a lifetime. I didn't want someone to tell me what I was worth. And I wanted to build and be in a vehicle that could give me uncapped income. See, a lot of you right now are super talented in what you're doing, but you're in the wrong vehicle. You want to make $1 million. You want to make $500,000 a year. You want to make $2 million a year. You want to make $5 million a year, but you're in the wrong vehicle. You're in the wrong vehicle. You can't be in the, if you're in the wrong vehicle, you can't multiply your income. I was in the wrong vehicle with roofing. I was in the wrong vehicle with basketball. There was too many people out there that was better than me, right? I was in the wrong vehicle with basketball training. I could only earn so much money so fast, right? But I knew that if I was in the right vehicle and I took my talents to a vehicle that actually make me more money, that would completely change where I would be in the future. So these next two series, I'm going to break down exactly the agency side of it and the producer side of it and what it looks like and how much money you can actually make in insurance. And based off these two breakdowns, that is exactly why I chose insurance. So if you're out there tonight curious as to how insurance actually works, what I want you to do is I want you to click the link in my bio on Instagram and on TikTok, or you can even do it on YouTube. And you can register for our webinar on Thursday where we go over all the info explaining exactly how life insurance and health insurance works. If you're curious as to what that looks like, click the link and I can show you exactly how. Maybe there's an opportunity to work with me. I did $1.9 million a year in production, and then I built a team that does $15 million a year, and we did that all in 2 years. And if you're curious how you can change your life in 2 years and your family's future, click the link and we'll see you there. That's why one of the reasons why I chose insurance. Welcome to part 1. We'll see you at part 2 next week. Be the best.